Hi, I'm Dave Pearsall. We're Crazy Flower Pot Promotions, me and Steve. You probably remember us from starting off the Live in Barnsley Festival, which we did for 5 years. And for the last 2 or 3 years we've been involved with Wentworth Music Festival, organising their new music stage for them. In tribute to Sarah Nulty, who founded the Tramlines Festival in Sheffield. Obviously, sadly, she died last year. And I noticed that the UK Festival Awards had actually named an award in her honour. And when we saw that, we thought, well, she actually helped us out when we started off Live in Barnsley, because basically we took the Tramlines Festival idea and ran with it in Barnsley. So we thought, as our little tribute to her and thank you to her, this year we'd really feature women in music on the new music stage. And so really we've just tried to source as many female bands and musicians as we can this year. We've got the wonderful Kezia and the Kings from Doncaster.
She loves me not, he loves me. He loves me not, she loves me so. Loves me not, he loves me. He loves me not, she loves me so. Loves me not.
We've also got Molly Anna from Sheffield.
She has become my dark-clutching memories, the ones I used to own. Now it's a time bomb, my pulse is counting down.
Broken Flowers from the Wakefield Leeds area.
You see it twice, the man you once were, and you say it's all down to me. I took a need and called it love, and took your chances of getting free.
Cry are turning up again. I can't get rid of them for some reason. That's because I'm in them.
Take me away, take me away, take me away. We're in a day, I'm not okay. Take me away, take me away.
Got Graceful Harmony, 2 young girls from Sheffield. For Your Lies from Sheffield.
The less I have, the more I gain. Everything I gain just has no use. I should have thanked for speed. Every time I do, my mind escapes.
And the wonderful Altamont from Barnsley. There's probably a lot more male musicians, male bands, all male bands, but I think the quality of female musicians, while there may be fewer of them, the quality is amazing, and quality will always rise to the top. Sometimes I think some festivals have been accused of being a bit top heavy with male artists and featuring very few female artists at all levels. I mean, especially headliners as well. So I think with that in mind, that's really what we tried to do this year, to redress the balance. There's obviously a lot of men in these bands, but they have female front women, drummers, guitarists, all kinds of things, and hopefully you'll see some of the best women in music from the Yorkshire area.
So I don't know if you know, do you know much about Graceful Harmony? Have you been watching what they're doing? Because they're kind of like my... Last year there was Aurora band, there were 3 girls that were just...
Alora.
They turned up and they turned out to be really, really good.
And they've gone from strength to strength, doing really well in the Leeds music scene now.
Do you think the same's going to happen to these girls, Graceful Harmony?
I think Graceful Harmony are very different. When Alora came along, as you say, they were very young. They didn't even have a drummer at the time. They literally played the instruments and sang with no drummer. They've since recruited a drummer, and they've now got a really good full band sound. They're still writing great songs and amazing harmonies, which you'll remember from last year. And that's really sort of set them off. Graceful Harmony are very different in that it's an amazing young girl vocalist, and Grace, who plays the piano. They are on the day looking at bringing in extra musicians, a guitarist and another singer, but I think again they are very young. They're only 14, 15 I think, so they're finding their musical way. They sound great now, but I think as with all musicians of that age, they're finding their way, what's their music, what's their sound. And I think as they grow older, like Laura, they'll find their sound, they'll refine it, and it'll become something that they'll really go out and go, yeah, look at us. We have this little spot, which is basically between 3 and 4. We try and put young bands, I mean very young, because Laura were 15, 16 last year, Graceful Harmony's 14, 15. Sometimes it's their first opportunity to get onto a stage, and certainly a festival stage, but I think it's part of the process, it's part of the learning process of playing your music, having the confidence to go out there and play your music to people. Because what I mean, the experiences I've had from being a young musician is I've always been told, you play your music for yourself, you're confident, you play it to other people, and if they like it, great. If they don't, they don't. But you've got to like your own music.
I mean, one of the bands that we just recently interviewed is Altamont, which are quite a young band.
Yeah, I know those guys.
I think they're kind of shaping up to have a good year. What do you think, with Altamont?
Yeah, well, I know the guys in it. I know them very well. Chris and I used to be in a band. He was the first drummer in Cry many years ago, and I know Chris, the guitarist, as well. Yeah, again, they've sort of come together. They've been around the music scene a long time. They love playing music. I know they love the rock music, and I think they've just sort of come together. It seems to have worked. They've got a really good female vocalist, and yeah, I know they've started off playing covers, but they're writing their own stuff now, and I noticed they're recording recently. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see it develop, because they're good guys.
Which band is it? It's the band that's kind of really funky, that's got some brass instruments, but some trombones or trumpets in it.
Kizia and the Kings, very R&B pop soul sound, which I think will go down well at the end. I think it's that feel good music. It's like the stuff that you sort of want to hear at a festival at the end, and have a bit of a party and a dance to. Saturday the 15th of June. I think the gates are open about 11:30 again, and the first bands will be on about 12:30, so plenty of time for people to get the seats and the blankets and the picnic baskets all set up around the stage area again.
Proper full-on family event and all.
It is. Yeah, it's great. I mean, there's the comedy stage, there's the new music stage, obviously the main stage. There's lots of children's entertainment and stuff going on. The food's great. If they get the same bar again as last year, it was huge and stretched halfway around the festival field. Yeah, it's a great day. I think Toby Foster and Steve White have done a great job with it.